You are now tuning into The Vibe with your boys podcast. Starring Kyle the Kid and Mega the Boy. You dig?
Understand this, you're changing, I can't stand it. My heart can't take this damage, and the way I feel can't stand it.
We're gonna start on a sad note today with the first episode. You know, we didn't get a chance to cover XXX death. But before we go on with that, it's your boy Mega the Boy.
It's Kyle the Kid.
Thank you for tuning in. First thing first, we're going to start with a moment of silence. All right, let's get on. The last couple of weeks, you know, it's been a very sad event happened. You know, one of the young legends that was in the game, XXX Tentacion, life was took. And obviously you've seen the amount of the emotion that was, you know, taken out of people when they find out. You know, he was just buried a couple weeks ago, maybe a week ago. And I just want to, you know, we just want to cover a couple things in regards to, you know, suicide and, you know, people, you know, having mental thoughts, and because that's what he was all about, trying to get everybody on the same page, making sure you had something to listen to when you was having those thoughts. And we just want to cover it today. What you got to say, Kyle?
Yeah, basically that's what his message was. I mean, it's very unfortunate. You know, when we found out about X's death, we was together. It was unreal. It still don't feel real. You know?
Yeah, it don't feel real.
So today we're gonna cover the topic of suicide, which is a very important message that he, you know, portrayed in his music. For a lot of his fans, you know, that helped him get through whatever they was going through at the time.
For sure. I mean, especially, and not only that he's from Broward, you know, close to home, that hit, you know, but it's just that the person he was trying to become in front of our, like we seen in front of our eyes, like why, like at that time, like he didn't warrant that, you know, to get killed the way he did, or even get killed, period. I mean, if you look at what he was doing for his family, the charities that he was starting, you know, the foundation. I mean, him coming to local parks, local, you know, restaurants, everything, chilling with the people. I mean, he felt like he was part of the community. He felt like he was one. Like he didn't feel like he was a megastar that needed to walk around with security, which, you know, I feel very strongly against. I mean, if you get to that magnitude of superstardom, I feel like you should always have somebody to back you up at any moment, whether it's one or two, you know. But hey, like I said earlier, I mean, he felt like he didn't need that.
I mean, at the same time, you can't blame him. I mean, all the love he was giving back to the city, the county, you would think that, you know, you could walk around or drive around, be in your own community and be safe. You shouldn't have to think about that when you're successful and you're giving back. You know, you've had issues in the past, but you were just now getting to the point to where you were deading a lot of those issues. You know,
for sure.
And then another thing too, you know, in remembrance of him, people are calling him an icon, a legend, and there's people saying, how could he be that? Or, you know, it's too soon to say. But when you die and you have people rioting and visuals everywhere across the country and other countries, I mean, what do you call that? It's a legend. There's no other way. Maybe not to you, but to a lot, not just some. You know. That's
sure. And I mean,
how you describe it.
And then they always say that you give me my flowers while I'm alive. I mean, that was the case for him. If you look, I mean, granted, he had a lot of people show him love while he was alive, but if you see the amount of pouring love that he received after, you know, the passing, and people saying that they inspired him, like Kanye West and, you know, Chance the Rapper and Will Smith, Jaden Smith, and all of that. You know, that shows you that at any time when you're doing something, people are watching, whether it's positively or negatively. You know what I mean? And like I said, man, that shit's sick. To take the man's life at 20 years old, I mean, that was sick. You know, people still mourning their death. But I feel like, hey, the way the family took it, I mean, I personally I couldn't take it like that, being that they were private, but they were so public, letting people know, the people that know that they know was influenced by him, that lived through his music and all this, they let them come in and, you know, they let them be part of whatever was going on. And I feel that was beautiful, a beautiful situation.
So now to dive into the topic that he talked and
so dearly about.
Suicide, depression. Me myself never really had suicidal thoughts.
Me either.
But it's a real thing.
For sure.
It's a real thing, especially in this generation, the internet age. You know, you have cyberbullying and all of that. You know, people going through stuff at home. I wouldn't say I've been depressed to the point where I was in a daze, but everybody goes through that time in their life when they feel like everything is closing in on them. You know, things are just going bad, a streak. Not just that, oh, I have bad luck, that actually, what's next for me? You know?
For sure.
And I think X's music and a lot of people's music, like to a former extent, Kid Cudi, you know, that type of music, that type of genre of music being made is something that helps people get through those type of struggles that they're going through, whether it's school's too hard, peer pressure from your friends, family, loss of a loved one, whatever. I mean, some people, I think now it's starting to become a trendy thing to where you know, it's a crowd for attention, but then you have the real people who are actually going through things that they need help. You know, you have that Logic song, you know, where he touched on that great, you know, from the beginning of the song where he talks about somebody who just thinks about wanting to die, and then transitions into the end of the song where you get through whatever was going on and you want to live. And that's an important place for people to actually get to. It's not okay to want to die, but understanding that things happen in people's lives to where it gets them to that point to where people need help.
For sure.
That's what it comes down to. People need help.
And sometimes you just need to talk to somebody. Sometimes you just, because it could be very hard, like when you're going through something, to go talk to your family, and sometimes your friends may not understand what you're going through. Like Kyle mentioned, I never been to the point where I feel like I was suicidal or even depressed or anything like that, but everybody gets that. Sometimes, I mean, I can only imagine if you get to the point where you're depressed or you feel like everything is closing in on you, you just need somebody to talk to. I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like sometimes you could just talk to, like, if you're in school, talk to your counselor or something, you feel me? Like, talk to somebody that doesn't know anything about you personally and just, like, give them the opportunity just to listen. Sometimes you just need somebody to listen. You don't even need no response. You just need somebody to, like, just feel like you could pour yourself out. And I know counseling or, like, going to, like, a therapist or something can be very expensive. So, you know, try to find that person or find someone that you know will just listen to you while you just pour your heart out at that moment. You know, try to get things while you're going through things, and not feel like you just have to end it all just because you're going through a rough patch. I mean, that's not really the I don't think that could be the end all be all at the end of the day.
And that's very important, talking to somebody, you know, who doesn't judge, because people judge.
Most definitely.
People judge. They come to you wanting to know your situation, you know, claiming they're going to listen wholeheartedly. But they judge. You know, people who are going through things in life, they don't want to be judged. They want to be heard. They want to be understood. Even if it's not your reality, they want you to put themselves in their shoes as best as you can. They don't want to have the eyes of judgment or the words come from somebody else.
They already feel like they're shit, so they don't want you to tell them that they're shit.
Yeah. That's why people hold stuff in. And when you hold stuff in, that eventually leads to, you know, people wanting to take their lives because they really can't. They really don't think that they can bear. Yeah, there's anything better. And that's the sad part about it, you know. Mental health is a big thing going on in not just the country, the world. You know, with a lot of people, and after X's passing and the message he spoke about, that's something we really had to
Open up
address.
with. And not only that, I mean, you know, when you have people asking you to address it, you feel me? That's obviously something that youngins nowadays definitely go through. And, you know, we just want to let them know, like, look, it's a better road. You might be going through a little patch where it's real rough, but by ending your life doesn't make it any easier. You know what I mean? I mean, technically, I guess it would, but the way you feel about it. But your family's going to be hurting. You know, you don't want your loved ones to be hurting when you could just go and talk to somebody. Where you don't feel like just by you taking your life, you know, that's the best way to go through it. Like, get out of like the pain you're going through. That's not the best way to do it. Just go talk to somebody.
And yeah, that's pretty much what we wanted to get across with that message there. We don't want to dwell on that too much because, you know, like we said, that's not our reality. But that's something that we definitely feel for people who are in that situation. So, yeah. All right, so next topic up, young marriage.
That shit's stupid.
I mean, that's your opinion.
That shit should be a fact.
All right, so basically what we're going to dive in is how young is too young to get married? What is the appropriate age to get married? You know,
About 55.
what our takes are on the youth getting married too early. Nick, you said 55?
I meant 60. Stupid ass.
Yeah, what you got against young marriage?
I don't got nothing against it. I just feel like people be rushing it.
Rushing it?
I feel like you date somebody for a year. Because, like, technically, like, the first 3 months you start talking to somebody, it's supposed to be, like, peaches and cream and roses. And it's supposed to be the honeymoon
phase.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the honeymoon phase. You don't really stop, like, if you start liking the person, you don't really stop liking them until about a year. After me, about 6 months. But after a year, you really know if you don't like them. I see people get married after 3 months. Y'all gonna get divorced at that year. Like, once you get to that 12 month, lawyer's being called up. So I feel like you should wait it out. I think when you date somebody, you should date them for 10 years. You date them for 10 years.
10 years, nigga, that's a decade.
Exactly. Y'all been through everything. So y'all date for about a good 10 solid years, right? After the 10th year, you could propose. You gonna propose. You know what I mean? All right, look. You've been around for 10. I think I'm really considering making you, my life partner. That's a good time because, bro, in 10 years, you seen most sides of them than they know. So after 10 fucking years, y'all big chilling. Y'all big chilling.
You understand 10 years is like...
Yeah, if you have a son right now, 10 years from now, they're going to be 10. I know what I'm saying. I know exactly what I'm saying, nigga.
That's 365 times 10, bro.
I know. That's about, what, 3,000? That's about 3,000, and at the 65, that's about, what, that? 65 times 10, what, that's about 650, like, 650, and then
You a mathematician?
Shit, when it comes to marriage, I am, bitch.
Bro.
You ain't gonna give me not one day earlier.
Everybody's timetable is different, bro.
No, that's my time.
Everybody's timetable is different. For some people, 3 months feel like a year.
And obviously, they timetable way different.
They're on the wrong table.
No, yeah. They need to turn that shit back to Amazon.
For some people, 6 months, is a short time.
Yeah.
Some people, a year is a milestone.
Some people,
I think for everybody, a year is a milestone.
9 years and 364 days is a short time, nigga.
You got 9 years left.
You got 9 years left to go, motherfucker.
Man, I've seen it work. A lot of our grandparents, got married young, 50, 60 years later, still rocking. What's the secret to that?
No Instagram.
What?
No Twitter, no Facebook.
A lot of dirt being done on the low.
Gee, shit. By the time a motherfucker sent you a letter, bitch, It took 3 weeks for you to get that shit.
And then you can hide the mail. And then you can hide the
Then
mail.
you can hide that bitch. You big chilling.
They wasn't slit.
Nah, they wasn't slit. By the time the horse passed your house, yo, girl.
Mail carrier, man.
But no, before we get off, I don't want to get off topic, but that shit must have been crazy, bro. Can you imagine like somebody sending you a letter, you don't receive that bitch till next year?
You found out your great uncle died.
6 months later. They need to fire that horse, but that bitch ride too slow.
that horse wasn't up to shape.
Nah, that bitch, that bitch wasn't that shit. But back to getting back on topic.
Yeah.
I mean, like, to be honest, like, realistically, I mean, it just feel right. I mean, because we're at the point right now in society where everybody feel like there's a standard they have to live by, or they have to portray a certain image to make them, like, their life seem perfect.
Goals.
Yeah, like, relationship goals, like, bruh. These people y'all be seeing on YouTube, they don't even date. Them motherfuckers don't even go out with each other, like.
They acting. It's a script.
Come on, bro. Like they go.
Hey, when they turn up that camera, they sleep in different beds.
Bruh, they don't sleep in the same house, nigga. Matter of fact, they cousins, nigga. The fuck, like, don't let that shit fool you, bro.
Yo,
like, you just know when it's right. In my case, I'm gonna know it's right in 10 years.
Hey, one topic we always talk about within young marriage or marriage period: dating to marry.
Yeah, you
don't date to marry. I'm sorry. You know, I see a lot of girls say, "Oh, the next person I'm in a relationship with
is
gonna be my husband."
Oh, my soulmate. How the fuck do you know?
Come on now. We 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. You feel me? Most people not on their feet standing on their own for real until they about 22, 23, and that's if you lucky enough. That's if you lucky enough, because that's when you get your bachelor's. You know, when you get your degree, you don't get you're going to your career right away.
No.
You know, it might take a few more years after that. So that's if you're lucky, you're standing on your own 2 feet.
career you're going into.
Yeah. So when you married, you should definitely be able to take care of each other.
For sure.
Or y'all should be independent. You can't be married or should not be married. You know, unless, in my opinion, you know, some people's circumstances are different. Living in your people's home. Listen,
you shouldn't get married under the age of 30 if you're not in the military.
If I'm in the military, I'm getting married.
Them checks be fat as fuck. Them checks be
now
fat.
30. I'm getting married now 30, man.
I'm getting married since I was born, bitch.
Yeah.
They need to back pay me.
That's the only excuse.
You shit.
Yeah.
Because here's my thing about it. I have a lot of female friends, and I hear a lot of people saying like, "Oh, I want to get married by the age of 25," and
you can't do that.
You can't do that, bro.
You can have a vision for yourself.
Yeah, like, I want to do this by 25.
But to say you're going to do that by 25 and have that mindset,
nah.
Then any relationship you get in at 23, 24, that's going to be your automatic goal.
Yeah, like,
by 25, I want to get married.
You can't do that. I think the mindset that you should have when you go into a relationship, fuck relationship, the mindset that you should have when you meet somebody, a new person, it should always be, we're going to see where it goes. We're going to have fun. We're going to just be in each other's life, I guess, for that moment. You should just take it one step at a time. Don't be trying like you meet that person 2 months later, like I think I want to be with him down the line. You do not know that. Like just ride out the wave. You know, in my case for 10 years, and we'll figure it out after 10 years.
When you start talking to somebody, it's only a few things that it's gonna lead to.
You should.
They're gonna be friends, as in not necessarily friend zone, but they turn into your friends. You know,
for sure.
Sometimes you may start talking to somebody, meet somebody new. It doesn't necessarily have to be y'all get into a relationship. Maybe that could have been the initial first intention, but you find out that person's just a dope person. You feel me? You might not have any type of feeling towards them, so they're your friend. Next one is you just want to bang bang, quickie, and that ends up being your relationship. You know, y'all booty calls to each other, essentially.
And just because y'all fucking with each other doesn't mean y'all need to have a title. That's another thing where y'all girls get mistaken. Like, that the worst text you could receive is like, so what are we? Worst text.
Question mark. You ain't at least getting a response.
You're not getting a response until
for like,
what are we? Like, I don't feel like that.
Cool 2 hours.
2 hours.
Minimum.
Bitch. My phone fell in the lake. I had to scuba dive into that bit and go get it.
And that's when they pull up on your ass. Yeah. But
I moved.
But yeah, you know, whether y'all booty calls to each other or whatever, it may start off, everything nice and copacetic, you feel me? Y'all just vibing, you feel me? Taking it slow, friends first, with intentions of getting to a further, place where y'all at, that's the ranges of when people meet each other. So for you to say, this guy came up to talk to me, he's cool, but you already got it in your mind that the next guy you talk to, the next guy you deal with, I want to get married to, or he's gonna be my husband.
That's stupid as hell.
So if he's to the point where he's a faithful guy, but he wants somebody to be vibe with, to have around, be able to chill with, have fun, do things with. He's not looking for a marriage yet. He wants to get married one day. If y'all 23 and you want to get married by 25, he's thinking beyond 25, past 25, he'll get married. And that's where the conflict comes in. And that's what ends up leading females, forcing guys to get married, And that's why the divorce rates are what they are. A lot of guys are pressured into getting married to where they're not ready. And maybe the scenario is that they were never faithful to begin with. And maybe they were unfaithful, but they said, when I'm ready to really, throw all the distractions away, I can be faithful to this girl I've been with. Or maybe they've been faithful all along, but depending on who you're with, marriage changes stuff. Like,
G-shit. It's a different level of expectations.
Even if you guys are living together, if you haven't done it already, when you get married, the expectation is a joint bank account for a lot of people.
You got me fucked up.
You ain't joining shit?
You got me fucked up.
What's mine is yours, what's yours is mine.
You got me fucked up.
Dang.
The only thing we joining is the same bed, bitch. The hell? Ain't no bank account being joined. They're like, well, continue. Go ahead.
This man.
Do it the fuck off.
But yeah, I mean, marriage changes a lot of stuff depending on what y'all been doing up until that point. And then when you get there, from his standpoint, what is it supposed to change? We've already been together for this amount of time. We're living together.
That's my thing, bro.
We're living together.
Yeah.
We do everything together. We done things for each other, whether...
If we don't have kids, if we have kids, we already had kids together.
I mean, what is the expectation after that? Oh, we took vows, so now we got to move a bit differently. Hopefully, when y'all were already together before marriage, y'all are already acting a certain way towards each other, that nothing should change drastically when y'all get married. It shouldn't be a complete 360 or 180, I should say, when y'all get married. I mean, that's moving backwards, if you ask me. Like, I don't understand how you could get married and then expect everything to drastically change. I mean, if we go back based on what we were taught, some of us, you shouldn't even be living together until you get married, or you shouldn't even be having sex until you get married. I mean, dang, that boy laughing at the old school principles.
They stupid as fuck.
The elders?
Hey, so you telling me I'm gonna go to the dealership and buy a car without test driving it? Hey, let me get that 2010 Toyota Camry. No, I don't want to see the car.
No. I don't care nothing about who drove it before me. Nothing like that. Car
accident. Y'all keep that. Let me just give me the paperwork. I just signed it off right now.
So you mean to tell me you can't wait?
Wait for what? Marriage?
Yeah, to have sex.
So I gotta wait till 55 to have sex? That's not happening, bro. That's not happening. I can't.
I mean, that means you should have waited a decade then.
Okay, let me understand that. So I'm supposed to risk me being a statistic to get married at 25 to have sex.
that be vice versa now. A female gotta rush you. A female gotta rush you to give it up.
They got me fucked up. Nah, bro, you got me fucked up. Nah, I ain't waiting, cause somebody gonna let me hit without hitting. I mean, without waiting. Somebody. Not everybody want to get married.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so you could wait the 3 months,
Yeah.
relationship wise, but you're not waiting until marriage because you're not
'Cause
gonna get married no time soon.
I went to Ruby Tuesdays last week. When I went there, before I got the entree, they was like, okay, you want some bread, you want some salad. You feel me? I could have, you feel me, the sides. I'm straight. While I wait for the entree, I'm just waiting for the side. I got the sides, a little salad, a little bread. You big chilling. I could wait for the entree.
You could wait for the entree,
I
but
could
you can't wait too long.
Nah.
Like eventually, bitch, somebody getting snapped on.
You don't wait.
Somebody getting snapped on in the back.
When you go to Ruby Tuesday, you don't wait no longer than 15 minutes for the entree. No longer than 15 minutes. That's equivalent to about 90 days.
And if it's over 15 minutes, the meal is free.
I don't know how we correlate that with free and
It's free.
I don't know how we correlate that because it sounded legal. Whatever that whatever free mean with the female, it sounded legal. And I'll pay for it, boss. I'll pay for it, boss. We good. We good. I just won't come back.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
Whatever free means sound illegal.
That did sound kind of illegal, man.
That bitch sound illegal as hell, bitch. I'm straight. I'll pay for that bitch, boss. You ain't getting no tip though, but I'll pay for it. What?
Nah, but for real, man, like young marriage, it's worked. It has worked, but don't rush. Don't rush. If y'all truly feel that you guys are ready, you guys both agreeing, nobody is forcing each other. You shouldn't give him, oh, I've been telling him, I've been giving him hints. If he doesn't propose by this time or this and that, or we not married by this time, then it's over. Now, at this point, you're already past your due date or your setting of when you wanted to get married. Now you got to restart with another guy. Find something in him that you like when you had somebody prior that you were already willing to get married to. So what's the point of doing all of that? I mean, that's just backward thinking.
Don't let a title ruin a good thing. Pretty much.
I mean, even away from marriages, you have a friends with benefits. You guys are cool. Everything is popping. You guys are going out, dates, chilling. Only thing is, you guys are not in a relationship, so he doesn't have to check in. You don't have to check in. You guys do what y'all want. Y'all respect each other.
Yeah, respect each other.
But y'all are not in a relationship. If the female catches feelings, he catches feelings. They want to make it an official relationship.
As a mutual agreement.
Now, whichever party wants it to make it an official relationship, they're clearly expecting something more or something different to happen when you guys are in a relationship. Now, the only thing that may change is, okay, you're checking in now. But for the past year or however long you guys were together, you guys were already doing everything that a relationship consists of. But now when you slap the title on it, bam. The other party expects something more to happen and nothing changes.
But the title.
Nothing changes but the title. Oh, social media knows. If they already haven't known, you guys have been out the whole year. I would hope somebody knows. I mean, it's the whole YouTube goals couple relationship.
Like you feel like if you're not posted on my social media or vice versa, it's not a real thing.
It's not a real thing. I mean, yeah, I know that's a cop out for a lot of guys, to hide and shit. But like for real, like
I ain't hiding you from the world. I'm hiding the world from you.
Shout out to Drizzy Drake.
Drake.
That boy came through with a clutch line. But nah, G though, like you shouldn't. Of course, you want the people to know, or you want to have pride, or be, show off who you with, cause you with them for a reason. You obviously, want to be with them. You think they're the shit. You feel me? Da 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 da.
They
but
swagged out. You did.
But ain't nobody say swag no more.
I'm sorry.
Anyways, you think they the shit. You feel me? So you gonna post them, but simple stuff like that shouldn't be the drive. People get into relationships nowadays because they want to be goals and they want to do this and they want to do that. And it's so much deeper than that. When you get to know somebody and you actually have a bond with somebody to where you guys, if you guys are having sex, that's not the driving force of your relationship.
Nope.
Then you can say, all right, we have a good relationship, but where am I at with my life? Do I have a steady job, a steady income? Is my credit good? Like legit, like adult stuff you gotta think about. Like,
That nigga got a full 30. That boy can't buy a cup of water.
without paying a dime deposit,
That boy gotta pay 10%.
but you gotta put a dime down just to buy $1 cups.
Broke that little bit.
Like, gee, like, you got to think about stuff like that. Like, it's having a good relationship and then you being good within yourself, being at the stage in your life. And a lot of people are not at that stage at 19, 20, 21 for them to be getting married. Now, there's the...
Bro, sorry to cut you off. At 19, 20, bro, you leave your mama house realistically. I mean, that's usually realistically. You go to college at 18. So you tell me from 18, you go to college, 19, 20, you think you've seen enough to where you can not only think for yourself, you have to think for someone else now? Shit don't work like that.
I mean, a few people are blessed with the wisdom to, get that done. I mean, the smartest person you know that's our age, they're dumb as fuck. They're dumb as fuck. Like, we have not seen enough, or no matter how much this is the social media age, we don't know enough. I mean, we haven't been through enough. Some people have grown up fast to where they've seen a lot more than others, but still, and our people, our parents and shit, they don't know what's going on either, but they've been through stuff. They may sound dumb as fuck sometimes, but gee, I mean,
All the time.
We're dumb as fuck. Like, us as a youth, we don't know a lot. No matter how much we know, there's so much more we can learn.
Jeez,
And
shit.
for you to think that at 18, 19 or whatever, you're ready for marriage, and maybe you are, because like I said, it works. But for the most part, you're not. And another thing I was going to touch on, now, if you're a proponent of, I've been with you for a year, year and a half, I can definitely see me marrying this girl, you go get engaged. Now, when that marriage is going to happen, that's a whole nother question, though.
You said after a year and a half?
Yeah, you get engaged. That don't mean you don't get married in a year. That it can be a 5-year engagement.
Matter of fact, I can do that. After 5 years, I'm extend my hand. I'm be like, look, I'm rocking with you. I feel like you someone I want to be a life. Like, I want you to be my life partner. But we ain't getting married until that the 365 times 10. Until that day come, we ain't getting married. Like, we not even we gotta wait. Even if we start planning our wedding.
Ain't no way she can make you feel any different to where it's below 10 years.
No. No. Bro, we can start planning our wedding with 55 days left, 100 days left. But until that last day for that 10 year to come, we're not getting married.
Not a second before.
No. Matter of fact, if it's a second before, I'm waiting in my dressing room, whatever, until that second go. But we're not getting married for 10 years. We're not getting married for 10. Because if you last for 10 years, it's real, bro. Like,
it's pretty safe to say you gonna last for 10 more
and
another 10 more.
There's no reason why you should leave. No reason. There's no reason unless I'm beating your ass or some shit, which is not gonna happen. So you're not going nowhere. Like, there's no reason. After 10 years, you're not going nowhere. Like, you ain't going nowhere. There's no point. What you gonna do? You wasted 10 years of your life. Like, there's no point.
Yeah, man.
Even though it's not a waste though. But
don't try to grow up too fast. Don't try to grow up too fast. It's so much we experiencing. Some people are a fan of not even being in a relationship when you're young, period. I'm not one of the people that think like that, but I'm saying if you're going to be in a relationship, y'all can enjoy a lot of stuff together. Move a certain way.
travel.
And travel, all
Listen.
of that. When you're
Find somebody to share your
married,
experiences with, bro.
when you're married, you can't ball.
Nah,
Unless you're a celebrity or you make your career or her career is making bank to where y'all can like do stuff. Even then, you're working for somebody, so you have to, without getting too deep, you have to have vacation time and all that. When you're
yeah, you gotta correlate each
yeah,
other's
y'all
time.
gotta. It's not gonna be we chilling, we vibing. That's my girl. You feel me? You know, we in school. We got this some money right now. We can go take a trip this weekend.
That
Come back
financial aid
down.
check just dropped.
Financial aid check freshly just dropped into the account. You feel me?
4,500, chilling.
You feel me? I already got my classes taken care of. We can go hit this, hit that. When you marry, things slow down a lot. Look at your parents. Ask them the last time they've been on a date. Things slow down a lot, man. Like we all young people, all trying to achieve stuff in this life. I mean, pump your brakes. Don't date to marry. Date to get to know somebody and see where it goes. And
And another thing too, and this right here, this is how I know if whether or not me and the girl we gon' like I'm having not even interest, but that's why I know what your mindset is at. Hey, so what's your sign?
we was about to end it.
I'm a Libra.
I was about to end the podcast.
I don't like y'all Libras. Y'all indecisive.
I was
Fuck
about to
you! Fuck you!
I was about to end the episode.
You don't know me. No, all Libras aren't indecisive.
Hey, I started telling girls, nah, you can't know my birthday.
Yeah.
Nah, you can't know my birthday.
You can't know my birthday until we start like really
Until
talking.
you actually get to know me,
Yeah,
bitch.
you can't know my birthday. Oh, I don't get along with Libras. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck who you get along with. Fuck you in the
Hey,
people you get
man.
along with.
I'm sorry. That horoscope shit.
Stupid.
Come on. Let's. Oh, I know y'all talking shit to us right now. Y'all ain't trying to hear that shit.
Yeah, I ain't trying to hear that shit.
Y'all got the app on y'all phone.
Yeah.
Y'all get the daily report.
Yeah.
Today is the day you are gonna have power and shit like that. But come on, if you let in something like that be decide your relationship.
Whether or not I wanna talk to you or that's stupid. Like
I'm a Libra. He's an Aries. We're not meant to be together. They don't clash. Like what? Come on, you're not ready to get married. You're not ready to get married. If you thinking like that, you're not ready to get married. You're not ready to get married, pretty much. Now it's ironic. I admit, you know how some stuff that they categorize certain horoscopes as, you know, you actually fit that stuff.
But the thing about it, anything can fit you if you like. If you already have in your mind that it's going to fit you, it's going to fit you.
Bro, with these horoscopes, when you're looking for an answer,
You're gonna find it. Whatever
you're
you're
gonna
looking for,
find that answer. With anything in life, when you're looking for a sign
you're gonna find
from
it.
something, if you're looking for a sign, oh, I don't want to do something, and it rains 30 minutes later, and you live in Florida, you know you live in Florida.
That been rain every day,
You know it's sunny, and then it's just gonna start raining.
bro. I know someone, right? I know someone, right? And I guess they had like a little thing where they asked God to give them a sign, right? To give them a sign. I guess they was dating this dude, and I guess stuff wasn't going right. So they asked God, give me a sign, and let me know whether or not this person is good for me or not.
Mm-hmm.
We live in Florida. You feel me? So it was sunny in the morning. She woke up. That bit bright. That bit sunny as hell. So she like, God, is this my
It's
sign?
a better day.
Like, is it my sign?
Mm-hmm.
2 minutes later, that bitch started pouring. She took that sign and ran with it. Call my dog, and we can't be together. Off of fucking rain in Florida.
Bitch, you gonna make me fight the meteorologist. You gonna make me fight the meteorologist. He said it was a 99% chance of sun.
That 1% was so strong. Bitch.
Like, come on.
Yeah, whatever you look for, whether it's you're trying to find out if your woman or your boyfriend, girlfriend is cheating, you're going to find it if you're looking for it. Any little thing, whether it's like in the DMs, like conversating, no sexual shit, like no, like, you know, shit that's going to lead to anything else, you're going to start feeling some type of way about it if you're looking for it. You're going to find whatever you're looking for.
Hey, man, bottom line is, live your life. We young. We all trying to get to where we need to go. You feel me? Hey, who are we? We just two guys giving their opinions.
I don't
You
know
feel
shit.
me? We ain't shit. We don't know
know
shit.
shit.
We young. We dumb as fuck. We just two guys giving our opinions. Do what you gotta do, and that's it. Thank y'all guys for listening. This was the first episode of Vibe with Your Boys. More
If you
episodes
fuck
to
with
come.
If you fuck with it, make sure you subscribe. Follow our Instagram page at Vibe with Your Boys. Our SoundCloud Vibe with Your Boys. YouTube Vibe with Your Boys. Link will be in the description. It's your boy Mega the Boy.
Kyle the Kid, and we signing the fuck out.
Yadi!
Dirt.